The man who paid the school fee. Ali lived in a house filled with books but very little money. Since his father had passed away, every penny mattered. His mother, Miriam, worked from dawn until dusk, sewing clothes and baking bread to keep them afloat. One evening, Ali watched her at the wooden kitchen table, carefully counting a small pile of copper coins. Her face was lined with worry, and Ali knew that the pile was not nearly high enough to cover his school fees for the coming term. Ali was called into the small, sun-drenched office of the headmaster, Mr. Malik. The headmaster looked at him with a mixture of pity and regret. "I am sorry, Ali," Mr. Malik said, tapping a finger on a large, empty ledger. "Your mother has not been able to send the fees. Until the balance is settled, I'm afraid you cannot attend classes. You must go home." He sat on a dusty stone bench just outside the school's iron gates, clutching his backpack. Nearby, the school watchman Bashir was sweeping the path. He paused his sweeping and looked at Ali, offering a small, knowing nod before returning to his work. 2 days later, Ali returned to the school just to collect his pencils. To his utter shock, Mr. Malik met him at the entrance with a wide smile. "Good news, Ali. Someone came by yesterday and paid your fees in full. They asked to remain anonymous." Many years passed, and Ali studied harder than anyone else, fueled by the memory of the stranger's kindness. Eventually, he returned to the world of education, not as a student, but as a teacher. He stood proudly in his own classroom, teaching history and math, but he always kept a watchful eye on any student who seemed to be struggling. One afternoon, Ali decided to visit his old primary school. Near the gate, he saw a very old man sitting in a chair, soaking up the sun. It was Bashir. His hair was now as white as a cloud, but his eyes were still sharp. As Ali approached, Bashir reached into his pocket and pulled out a yellowed, wrinkled piece of paper. Ali took the paper and realized it was a receipt. The receipt for his school fees from all those years ago. "It was you?" Ali whispered, his voice trembling with emotion. That very same day, Omar was staring at his shoes, his eyes red from crying. His school bag lay forgotten on the ground. Ali felt a familiar pang in his chest. Ali sat down next to the boy for a moment, then led him to the school's administration window. Ali pulled an envelope from his briefcase and handed it to the clerk. "This is for Omar's fees for the entire year." Ali and Omar stood by the gate. "Someday, when you are older and able, you will do the same for someone else," Ali promised, resting a hand on the boy's shoulder. They stood there together, 2 generations linked by a